friends, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be me giving you guys an update on my pregnancy, and this is a update between week 6 to 8. It is a little bit delayed because I am currently almost 9.5 weeks, but I want to get this video done for you guys to kind of let you know what I was experiencing during that time. I think it's actually more perfect because it gave me the, I could actually experience what I experienced within that exact time frame. And now I can tell you what I experienced because it already took place. So before I begin, I do want to explain, I want to read quickly where the baby's at now. So technically, I'm not reading where the baby's at now that I'm 9 weeks. I'm going to read where the baby was at 8 weeks. When I basically should have made this video, but I couldn't because of how I was feeling. So at 8 weeks, the muscular diaphragm that will eventually enable the baby to breathe, and like hiccup is developing during that time. At 8 weeks, the baby's also said to be the size of a green olive. And yeah, that's pretty much the fun little fact about them at that stage. This is a stage where baby's actually starting to form. It's looking more like a little tadpole and starting to form into like a little being. So that's really cool. I know you guys are really curious about what I was feeling during week 6 to 8. This week I actually have a list and I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to kind of let you, I'm going to go through all the symptoms that they generally see at 9 weeks, and then I'm going to let you guys know if I was experiencing any of them. Okay, so the main one for me, you guys knew that I was already feeling sick with all the past weeks. I was really sick. It's been hard. I'm not gonna say I've been like throwing up a lot, but I definitely have like all day nausea and morning sickness, and it really weighed on me to the point where I was laying about. From week 6 to 8, it was still there, but I had days, it was on and off, days where I actually felt really good, and it was really like nerve-wracking when I did feel good. It's so funny, like I mentioned before, as women, we don't want to feel sick, but as soon as we start feeling good, we're like, oh, we feel good. So I had that. I did end up throwing up a few times, and there were, I had some really bad, rough moments with that. I really couldn't tolerate a lot of like acids, so that's what actually, anytime I ate anything, I craved a lot of tomatoes during that time. So I was eating a lot of that, and it just kind of always had me feeling kind of nauseous because whatever acids I ate, if I was eating berries and fruits, because I was still trying to eat healthy, the acids from the fruits really just kind of sat in my stomach, and it just made me feel ill for a lot of the day, and it just didn't end well. So yeah, I still had that. Frequent urination. I think that's kind of subsiding. I don't find that I'm urinating frequently. I guess if I drink a lot of fluids, I do still go and feel the urge to kind of go not that long after, but it's not as intense as it was before. Tender or tingly breasts. Oh my gosh, so that's been one of the biggest changes for me. I'm already large chested, if you guys don't know, and it's so funny because when I get pregnant, it just seems to be the first thing that like just blows up on me. So the girls were big before, and they're even bigger now, and they're heavy. And yes, they ache. I don't recall in my other pregnancies me having boobs that were so achy like early on. So I'm not sure what that symptom is all about, but this time around they're achy, and they still are to this very day. It doesn't happen all throughout the day, but it's usually at night I find they start to ache. Usually around nighttime is when I find that it starts to ache, and it doesn't just ache in one, it actually aches in both of them, which is, I don't know, strange. But yeah, I've experienced that. In terms of them being tingly, I don't think so much tingly, but just aches. Fatigue. Oh my gosh, I always feel tired. I can't stay up to save my life. Like even right now, it's 8:55 and your girl's tired. I just want to go to bed. I every night my family they're staying up and they're watching movies and I can't stay up. I'm like, I try to be committed. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this movie, but I can't help it. I just fall asleep. So my body's clearly saying it needs rest. It needs more time. And I'm listening to it, because if I don't get enough sleep the next day, I suffer and I feel it. Like I just don't feel very good. And I think it also helps with all the, the nausea and all that stuff on a whole. They all kind of play off of how your body feels. Is it well rested? Is it overtired? I think those things are like heightened when you're not getting enough rest as well. I have definitely been feeling that. Dizziness, not so much. I think I had that a little bit in the beginning, where constipation, it's not so much that I can't go. I don't even feel like it's like constipation, but I'm not going as regularly as I used to. And it's just, yeah, it's like when I go, don't have any issues, but it's not the same as going regularly. But it's probably also because my diet's changed. Like with all the food aversions and stuff that I do have, it's really hard to eat to just eat a particular diet that's gonna make me feel good and allow me to go regularly. So I just like don't even really, I'm not dealing and forcing myself to eat things that I'm having food aversion to. It just wouldn't work. Cravings actually went with that. Cravings, honestly, I haven't been having too many cravings. I don't know, haven't been craving a lot, but I have been eating like pitas. Yeah, hubby's been going out and picking up pitas for me, but I don't think it's so much of a craving as it's more of just like something that I feel like I can eat, and it's healthy and it's jam-packed with all the things that I need. It's got chicken and veggies and cheese and whole wheat wrap. It's just like a combination of healthy goodness, and when I do eat it, my stomach feels so much better. I can go for a much longer time without feeling nausea and without even my spit thing that I have to do, because I am one of those women that suffer from the excess saliva, and then unfortunately, like because there's so much of it all the time, I can't swallow it and it makes me grossed out. So I do end up having to spit a lot, TMI, but it's still there, very present. And you can see like I'm just like annoyed at the fact that I have to do this all over again, because I've had this in other pregnancies. It just happens. But I find that I'm having moments where it's definitely better, and it's the moments where I do eat really well and my stomach stays full for longer. Increased hunger. Oh my gosh, so your girl's I've been hungry. These days, I am so hungry, y'all. So hungry all the time. I basically can go that 2-hour window most often without being until I feel hungry the next time. When I eat the pita, I think I can go a little bit longer depending on what I ate in the morning. So for instance, this morning I ate some oatmeal. That was able to keep me for a little time, maybe 2 hours actually. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't keep me for very long, because this morning I did not load it up with all the things I like to. Sometimes I put pumpkin seeds, sometimes I put fruit, but this morning I couldn't do either. I just kind of put the fruits to the side. So if I am able to load it up and give it all the things that I need to, then it holds me a little bit longer. But on mornings where I just can't do it, so this morning I had that, and then within a 2-hour time frame I needed something else to eat. Hubby ran out and he got me a pita because he was going on the street anyways, and then I ate that, and I was pretty good for the whole day. Like, I'm not a big snacker, but then I ended up making chicken and quinoa and black beans, and that's my supper. I just ate it about an hour and a half ago, and I know that within the next hour and a half, maybe hour, I'll be feeling hungry. So yeah, hunger is really a thing for me. I struggle with. The thing is, I go through the phase where I eat and then I'm like, okay, I should be good, and it seems like within no time I'm starving again. And it's not until when I am there and I feel ill and it's like a decline, it's just like, oh, you're hungry, and as soon as I feel hungry, I gotta get something in my mouth right away. If I don't, your girl will feel really, really sick. So I'm always trying to avoid that, and then it's like a uphill battle from there, because once I feel sick and it's like this, then I have to try to dig myself out of that feeling. So I have to eat, and then it's like, oh, it's a steady climb, and climb. It's like an hour, hour and a half just to get out of that rut to be back at a normal place. So it's just not a place that I want to be at, and I try my best to eat regularly. As soon as I feel hungry, it's good to have something nearby, something quick, something accessible that I can eat. So that's the list of all that I've been feeling. But outside of that, I've been taking my prenatal vitamins. I just switched over actually to like a Materna brand outside of the Kirkland brand, because I was having a hard time ingesting the Kirkland brand. I don't know why. It was good initially, but I think it just has like a texture on it that I just wasn't a fan of. So I switched over to the Materna. It's smooth, it's easy to take, and I need to go take it now. I try my best to drink plenty of water. I'm drinking plenty of water. I can only drink water if it's like ice cold. I think I mentioned that in another video. I stick it in the freezer most often. You guys can see it right now. I'm drinking. This is what I'm drinking. I don't drink any juice. I don't drink any coffee. I don't really mess around with a lot of stuff. I'm very cautious with the things that I do. Working out, I mentioned that I wanted to stay really fit throughout this, but I haven't been able to work out consistently. I have been, however, going outside for walks here and there. I try to walk for about half hour at least 3 times a week. I'm a little down on myself because I want to be able to go more, but there's some days where I just don't feel up to it during that, at a certain time. And I'm already the mom of a toddler, so I also am working around my toddler's schedule. It's not always convenient to do things when I want to, and by the time it is convenient to do it, like the time is available, it's just not convenient for me, and I just don't want to, or I'm tired, or I have other things I need to do. So it's been a struggle, but I'm not complaining. It's been good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This week I felt a little better, guys. Look, I spent time to do my hair. This is what it's like when you do feel a little better. If you guys aren't following my journey, like I mentioned, follow me on my Instagram at I am Sarah Latouche. I'll give you guys a glimpse. This is my Instagram, y'all, where I do post lots and lots of I was doing a lot of fashion stuff before, but I am trying to stick with like the theme of motherhood and just, stuff like that, as well as some little mommy fashion. So as I grow bigger, I will definitely be venturing off into that stuff. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're new for more pregnancy updates, as well as share these videos if you can. I'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, guys, much love. Mwah.